The Ferrari F430 is one of the most defining cars of the modern Ferrari era, a machine that bridged the emotional rawness of traditional Italian engineering with the growing precision of 21st century technology. Produced between 2004 and 2009, the F430 wasn't just a replacement for the 360 Medina. It was a statement, a message from Maranello that the brand was entering a new era of performance, aerodynamics, and driver engagement. And in many ways, the F430 became the car that reshaped Ferrari's identity for the decade that followed. The story of the F430 begins with inspiration from Formula One. During the early 2000s, Ferrari dominated F1 competition, and the innovations developed on the track began influencing its road cars more than ever before. The F430 became the embodiment of that connection. From its aerodynamics to its driving systems, the car carried DNA taken directly from Ferrari's racing success. One of the most iconic features of the F430 is its engine, a 4.3-liter naturally aspirated V8. This power plant marked a significant evolution for Ferrari. Unlike the previous 3.6-liter unit, the new V8 was heavily redesigned, producing more power, more torque, and above all, a new personality. With roughly 483 horsepower, the F430 could rev beyond 8,500 revolutions per minute and deliver a symphony that blended aggression with mechanical purity. The engine wasn't just about speed. It was about character. The rise in pitch, the metallic scream near redline, and the unmistakable F1-influenced tone that made the car unforgettable. But raw power was only the beginning. Ferrari approached the F430 as a complete performance machine. Aerodynamics were engineered with remarkable precision, including a fully functional diffuser taken directly from F1 design principles. The front nose channeled air along the body, helping keep the car stable at high speeds and enhancing downforce without unnecessary wings or dramatic shapes. The result was a car that looked clean and elegant, yet performed like a true race-bred machine. The F430 also introduced one of Ferrari's most important technologies, the monetization switch. Placed on the steering wheel, this small rotary dial allowed drivers to change the car's behavior instantly, adjusting traction control, throttle response, suspension settings, and stability systems. This F1-inspired feature would later become a signature element of almost every Ferrari model. But on the F430, it was a revolution. Suddenly, the driver had immediate control over how the car behaved, whether cruising on the street or pushing toward the limits on a track. Another major innovation was the E-Diff, an electronically controlled differential that distributed power between the rear wheels for optimal traction. This system dramatically improved cornering performance, allowing the F430 to accelerate out of bends with confidence and precision. Together with the monetization, the E-Diff made the F430 not just fast, but incredibly communicative. It was a car that worked with the driver, rather than overpowering them. The design of the F430 was equally important. Styled by Pininfarina, the body blended soft curves with sharp details, creating a look that felt modern yet timeless. The headlights swept back along the fenders, the side intakes drew air toward the engine bay, and the rear featured round taillights inspired by Ferrari's F1 cars of the era. The transparent engine cover showcased the V8 like a piece of art, because that's exactly what it was. Even today, the F430 stands as one of Ferrari's most balanced and aesthetically pleasing designs. Inside, the cabin combined simplicity with purpose. Carbon fiber, aluminum, and high-quality leather created an environment that felt both sporty and elegant. The cockpit focused on the driver, with clear gauges, a supportive seating position, and controls placed for intuitive use. While many cars at the time began embracing digital screens and complex systems, the F430 kept things mechanical, direct, and driver-centered, a quality that enthusiasts still treasure. On the road, the F430 was alive. It responded instantly to inputs, with razor-sharp steering and a chassis that communicated every detail through the driver's hands and body. The car felt light, agile, and willing, a machine that encouraged confidence without sacrificing excitement. The suspension struck a perfect balance between comfort and precision, making the F430 enjoyable during everyday driving while still delivering breathtaking performance on demanding roads. On the track, the car transformed into something even more impressive. The aerodynamics came alive at higher speeds. The E-diff allowed for smooth rotation through corners, and the brakes delivered immense stopping power. Whether equipped with a classic manual transmission or the lightning-quick F1 automated gearbox, the F430 remained engaging, challenging, and deeply rewarding. It was a car that rewarded skill, but also made every driver feel connected to something special. But perhaps the most important part of the F430 story is its legacy. It marked the beginning of Ferrari's modern V8 line, the foundation for cars like the 458 Italia, 488 GTB, and F8 Tributo. Its technology, engineering philosophy, and design direction shaped an entire generation of Ferraris. At the same time, the F430 captured the last era of naturally aspirated, high-revving V8 emotion before turbocharging became the norm. Today, the Ferrari F430 is celebrated not just for its performance, but for what it represents. It is a symbol of balance between old-school passion and modern innovation, between mechanical soul and technological progress. It stands as one of the purest expressions of Ferrari's philosophy, a car that doesn't just go fast, but makes you feel something every moment you're behind the wheel. The F430 is more than a sports car. It is a masterpiece of engineering, design, and emotion, a car that continues to inspire, excite, and remind the world why Ferrari remains one of the greatest names in automotive history.